Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are finding what I'm sharing informative. Hopefully you will reach out and strike up a conversation with me, and let's see how I can help you. But today we're going to move on and talk about another one of my modalities, which is talking about the chakras. So chakra means spinning wheel or vortex of energy in Sanskrit. And we have lots of chakras in our body, above our body, in our auric field. There are so many, they are beyond naming. I think we've got our Earth Star chakra underneath our feet. We have our soul seed chakra above our head. We kind of have everything in between. But what I want to talk about today are the 7 main chakras that are located right within or just above our body. They're the ones that significantly impact our day-to-day lives, our minute-to-minute lives. They speak a whole lot about us, which I guess is why I've figured out and dabbled, and I can do intuitive readings by reading through the chakra layers. I guess it could be the auric layers. I haven't really connected as much with the auric layers yet. They are very loosely linked. So your first chakra is linked to your first closest auric layer. Your 7th chakra is linked to the furthest out auric layer. But I've more just played and gotten really good with chakras. So overall, we have 7, and they basically lay up in an alignment, kind of like this through the body. The root starting down at the bottom, where we sit on the floor at our perineum, and the crown being right above our head. So I'm going to show you, as I kind of walk through you, I am going to show you my, I have Reiki or chakra ruins that I use in my energy practice. So we'll kind of walk through each of the chakras, and we'll talk about them, and I will show you that ruin that I use to connect. So usually when I do my energy practice, this is what I have laying out. When we are remotely connected, and we start from the root and we go up. And basically the first step of the energy session is basically just acknowledging and bringing the chakras back online. They could be hugely confunkled and out of whack, but I want to bring them back online, and I want to just kind of spotlight them and go, hey, we're going to work with you today. Why don't you come to the party and hang out for a little bit? So again, there's chakras above the head, there's chakras below the head, but we're going to talk about the 7 major chakras of the body today. We're going to start with the first chakra, which is the root chakra. Again, it's down at the perineum area. So it's this one right down here at the bottom, the perineum area. It is our connection to the earth. It is our root chakra. It is our root into the earth. It is associated with the color red. And our root chakra is our basic survival instincts. It's our 4 walls. It's our support system. It is making sure that the basic needs in your life are met. And that's the ruin for the root chakra. When your root chakra is out of balance, everything is out of balance, because nothing can be in balance if your sense of stability is not in balance. So we always want to start with the root, and we always want to work our way up. So the next chakra is our sacral chakra, and it is about 2 inches below our belly button. So kind of where we talk about that gut feeling, that's our sacral chakra. So it's the color orange. Here's our ruin. It's the color orange. It is our creative center. It's our sense of passion. It's the way we see ourselves internally. Kind of like in astrology, the sun is how, our sun sign is how we express outwardly, but our moon sign is inwardly. Our sacral is inner. It's our sense of creativity. It's our sense of sensuality and sexuality. So if that one's out of balance, your sex life probably can be in either way, because chakras can be out of balance, over exerting or under exerting. So there are different things. If you're under exerting, maybe you don't have any libido. If you're if your sacral is overworking, then maybe you have way more libido than you know what to do with. And I personally know somebody who's like that. And it's not as fun as you might think it is. So sacral chakra, right after the root chakra, is the next one. It's the second one. And definitely one that usually needs quite a bit of work. So moving on up, and I can barely show it to you. So above your navel, but under your rib cage, is your solar plexus chakra. And its color is yellow. So if you don't know anything about chakras, you are about to learn that they go with the rainbow color. So Roy G. Biv. So far we've got Roy, red, orange, yellow. Our solar plexus is yellow. And this is basically our sun sign. This is how others see us. This is our sense of self-esteem, self-confidence, self-respect. All of that falls into the sacral chakra. So if that one's usually knocked out of whack, usually you're very, very down on yourself, and you just don't feel like you can offer anything to anybody. Okay, so moving on, we've got our heart chakra, which is right in the middle. It is the connection to the lower earthly chakras and the higher spirit world chakras. It is the balance of life. It is, if our heart wasn't working, we wouldn't be here. So the heart, to me, is one of the most important chakras to make sure that we keep it balanced. Unconditional love. So the color, Roy G, so we're on green. So we've got green for the heart chakra. Pink is also a color that is used significantly for the heart chakra. When we talk crystals, the main crystals that we usually use, we use green crystals. We use either aventurine, amazonite, malachite are my three biggies for the heart, or rose quartz. Rose quartz, I've not anything that rose quartz can't help yet. So unconditional love, it's our heart energy. I mean, it is what it is. It's our heart. It's everything. And it's our connection between the upper and the lower chakras. Moving on up, we move to our throat chakra, which is blue. So our throat chakra is our communication center. It's our voice. So when our throat chakra is overactive, maybe our ego does a lot of talking for us, and maybe we unintentionally hurt a lot of people's feelings by words that we say that are true, that aren't not true, but that are maybe harsh and are maybe not empathetically and emotionally felt because we're overactive. If we're underactive, we get bullied. We get our voice taken away from us. We can't speak clearly. So throat chakra, blue, our sense of communication. Now we are onto the sixth chakra, which is our third eye chakra or brow chakra. Traditionally, it is an indigo color. It is our telepathic abilities. It's our clair. It's all of the intuitiveness that we have within us. It's kind of all housed here. We use this chakra when we do readings for other people. Again, typically it is indigo, but it's very, very, very hard to find indigo crystals. So usually when we have crystals that we supplement in for, violet, purple, is an okay color because it's close enough. I'm trying to get it so that, there we go. It is close enough So we do sometimes use purple. I do have to do this the same if I use my stick colors, because unfortunately it goes blue to purple, and then we'll see the last color in just a second. If I use other things for my color, then I do have specific indigo. If I can find it. Where's that titanium bad boy? There we go. I do have specific. So this would be the indigo versus the blue if I was doing color therapy. But unfortunately, when we buy ruins and when we buy kits and things that come together, usually indigo's not one. And so usually we go with violet. And then the last is our crown chakra, which sits just a couple of inches above our head. This is our connection to spirit, to the divine, to God, to the other realms, to our ancestors, to spirit guides, to anything that's up and in that other realm. The crown chakra is usually Roy G. Biv, associated with the color violet or purple, unless, and I do always make sure that I have purple, unless it's one of the, commercial industries, and so we use white. So this is our big, huge lotus with all of the points on it for our crown chakra. And again, in the sticks, we got white. Okay. So those are the 7 chakras. Typically in an energy session, again, I start out by we lay them out one by one just to acknowledge them and bring them online. And then we go a little bit further and we start over again, and we start with the root and we work on the root. Typically, I'll pick out a specific root crystal and a specific root color object. It could be, sometimes I use the sticks. Sometimes I use my aura quartzes. I do have clay Reiki infused hearts that I use sometimes. It just all depends. And then I always use sound as well. And we add in the root crystal, and we kind of get that energy flowing. We add in the color, the root color, and we get that energy flowing. And then usually I will tack on the root or the sacral, or whichever one it is. I have these for all of the chakras. I will add a sound component. As well. And we'll talk about sound in another video. But we just we going root, and we put more energy, we get it aligned. We want to try to use the crystals that are going to help that chakra, the colors that are going to help that chakra, the sounds that are going to help that chakra. Sometimes at this point I can feel some issues, and usually I've said it by now and you've acknowledged and agreed, yep, that's an issue. Otherwise, at this point, we brought them online. Now we're really working to hone them and get them back into the right balance, because balancing our chakras is what allows us to live in harmony and in balance and to be able to get through life. So I hope that was interesting. This was chakras today. We've got quite a few more to go through, and I hope you keep coming back to learn more and more. I want to finish going through my modalities, and then we're going to jump into some actual course content, and I'm so excited. So again, I bid you guys farewell. I am Rachel Honey. You can find me on Facebook, Honey. You can join my private Facebook group. It is a very safe space. I do readings. You get a lot of information in there. Frequency as a love language. Or you can email me, frequencyasaLoveLanguage@gmail.com. See you guys soon. Thank you.